So yeah, yesterday evening, afternoon, I took the kids to the park. We're rounding up the school year and we're preparing to go on to travel on vacation and all of that. So I thought, why not? They have like one last beach trip before we traveled. Anyway, I always have my eyes fixated on him whenever we go to the beach. I know he does well. He's been doing really well in the beach, but sometimes he doesn't still understand boundaries and all of that, so he can be in people's businesses, so I have to really keep an eye on him. And for some reason I was distracted for a little bit of like so a few minutes, and the next thing I looked up and I saw Khalil hovering on on top of one girl. Like he was just running and they were just running back and forth, like the girl was trying to avoid him and he was trying to to reach her, and she was standing with I think her dad and her uncle, and I noticed that those ones were like trying to be protective of their daughter or something, and they didn't understand why Khalil was not responding to all that they were trying to say. They tried to let him understand that she doesn't want to play. I was just observing the drama until I realized that, man, I need to rescue that girl if not, and I quickly ran towards him. I called his name and explained to them that the Khalil is autistic and he didn't understand a lot of that, but they kind of understood immediately, and then we all laughed about it. And I had to call Khalil away. And as we got back to sitting down on the sand, I was just thinking about how really Khalil has certain specs of girls that he likes to go about, and it has been like this ever since he was 3. So it's not even like something that started with this age. He always liked chubby, light-skinned girls, really beautiful. Like, well, from afar I saw this girl's skin and everything, those catchy ones the ones that catch your attention from afar. Those are the kind of girls that he likes to go to. Like, he waves at them, he touches their hair. Sometimes he goes for hugs. Many times he goes for hugs, and it's can be very uncomfortable for these girls, and I understand, but that's just his own way of trying to socialize. He's trying to make friendship. It's also a way to show that he likes that person. So many times I have to go and explain to the girls. A lot of times after a while, the girls they just start to they get comfortable with him and start to play with him. Other times some girls are just like there's some girls that are those mature looking girls, and they're like, no, we don't like this kind. I don't like this kind of play, and I'll just try to get Khalil away from them. It can be a really in the past I used to see it as a challenge, but now I just look at it as it's still a challenge, because we've been working on teaching him to understand boundaries and all of that. It's a slow process for now. We're still working on that, but I believe that the more we go out with him, the more we encounter situations like this, the more we have conversations like this with him, over time he will get to understand. And looking forward to like creating something for him during this holidays, something really specific about boundaries. We've been touching on it on the surface, but not so much in depth like that. So I would really try to enforce a lot of talks and discussions about boundaries to him during this holiday. So that will be like our goals that we'll be working on, because he really needs to understand when somebody doesn't want to play, or when he's going to, or sometimes the hugs really can get too much. He's a hugger. He loves to hug, and he has this weird way that he hugs that people wouldn't understand that he's just really trying to befriend, or he just wants to hug. And so anyway, but those are just one of the few things that we go through when we go out as a mom with a child on the autism spectrum. Other than that, it's fun still. I had a really good laugh, but it just got me thinking, like, Khalil, is it that he's attracted to light-skinned girls? Is it that he just finds, I think he finds it fascinating. I think he finds it interesting that they're different. He's not maybe curious that how is that color like this and I'm like this. I think for me, I think it's just curiosity and maybe a little bit of attraction and all of that. After all, we are all attracted when we see something light and beautiful. Who doesn't like something beautiful? Anyway, I think there's no hope. I don't think there's hope for this mom for getting a African mother daughter-in-law in future. I don't know, because I don't see Khalil with an African. I don't see he behaves differently when he's with whites, like differently. Even when his teachers are white, you will see he'll be more gentle and more calm. The dark skinned ones, he shows them pep. Oh my god, it's funny but not funny, but at the same time, I don't know, Khalil is just one of a kind. He's so special, and we just love everything about him. Anyways, just wanted to share this with you guys. Baby, cheer you up. My voice is still kind of croaky. I'm still recovering from my flu, but I feel so much better. Alhamdulillah for everything. How's your week going? How was your weekend? Take care. Bye bye.